Welcome to Fashionably Broke.
I'm kidding, don't use that.
Just wear whatever the hell you
Like,
want.
literally just...
We're living on a McDonald's budget.
Just because you're broke doesn't mean you have to dress like it.
Producer, we rolling? All right, cool. Hey guys, welcome back to Fashionably Broke podcast, your favorite podcast, everyone's favorite podcast, episode 109, part 2 or 0.5. To be honest, call it what you want. But let me just do a quick little recap. What the hell's going on, you might ask? Well, if you missed Cassidy's episode on Wednesday, we are recording solo this week. I know, insane. The pod has not broken up, okay? The band is still together, and it is not going anywhere. I know she sort of explained what the hell happened, but let me just do a little recap. Let me run it back real quick. So, Nashville got hit with an insane storm the night that we were supposed to record. And, you know, not even just my Wi-Fi, like my power went out. Honey, I live in a townhome. Do you know how hard it is for power to go out when you live in a townhome? It's insanely hard. So obviously, when the power goes out, guess what happens? Your Wi-Fi goes out, okay? And let me tell you that, like, the power didn't stay off for long. Don't you guys worry. But let me tell you, when, like, the power's on, but the Wi-Fi is out, you truly do not realize how much you just rely on Wi-Fi. Like, I couldn't even, obviously I wasn't even recording the podcast. I couldn't even watch TV. Okay? Couldn't even scroll the internet, which I sort of could because I was just, like, going off of cellular, you know, just, I was wasting that data. But yeah, so literally could not record. So, obviously, if y'all follow our social media, which y'all should, so stop what you're doing right now, head to @FashionablyBrokePod on literally every platform and hit that follow, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notify. But obviously, Cassidy released her solo episode recapping Las Vegas on Wednesday, and this episode is coming out on Thursday. Let me tell y'all a little something. It is currently 10 p.m. 10 p.m. on Wednesday, okay? So my goal is to release this episode in 2 hours. So let's see if that happens. I mean, obviously, y'all are listening to it, so obviously it came out on a Thursday. But I unfortunately had to work late tonight. So we're recording right now. I'm running on no food, no sleep, not really no food, but your girl's hungry. And let me tell you, on my way home from work, I was like, oh my God, I am craving Taco Bell. Like, I literally could eat that shit up. And when I looked at the prices on the menu, since when the hell did Taco Bell get the audacity to be that expensive? Can you explain? Can someone explain it to me? Because, I mean, like, I wanted a quesadilla. I don't even know what they're called, a gordito crunch wrap. I don't know if that's what that's called. But, like, I wanted a Baja Blast. Like, I wanted to load up on some Taco Bell. Yeah, no, we're just gonna eat some ramen after we record this pod. And we're just gonna have to be happy with it. Because literally no one gave Taco Bell that excuse to be that expensive. And I just want to talk to the person in charge. Because it just doesn't add up. Doesn't make sense. But, anywho, obviously, I think that y'all kind of have a gist of what I'm talking about this week. So, welcome to solo episode part 2, Mardi Gras edition. Whoa. There's so much to talk about, so much that happened, and I'm really going to try to do my best not to be the most ADHD person you've ever met. I'm really going to try to keep this orderly, structured, and not actually blab y'all's ear off or go on 20 million different tangents even though I just did. I also need to mention this. Honestly, it's kind of a blessing in disguise that we didn't end up recording the podcast on Monday, and I didn't end up recording it on Tuesday either, because when I tell you by Monday, or I almost said, why did I almost just say October? What? March? We're in March, honey, not October. That was insane. March 3rd, I had no voice. I was mute. I was silenced. And when I tell you, like, really all I did well, I'm way jumping ahead of myself, but like, I went to the airport. I was flying home on Monday. And when I tell you how inconvenient it is when you don't have a voice, granted, like, you're flying, you don't really have to talk. You're not really talking much at all because I was flying by myself. But I'm like trying to go through security. I'm trying to like check my bag and be like, thank you so much. Like, happy Mardi Gras. Have a great day. Like, blah, 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 blah. And when literally my lips are just moving and no sound is coming out, like, they were looking at me like I was the most crazy person ever. And it's not my fault. I was silenced. But let's get to how we became silenced. All right. So, Mardi Gras freaking weekend. It starts off, well, it starts way before I got there, but we're starting it off right when I got there. No, I left Thursday, February 27th, right after work, and I had the last flight into New Orleans, okay? I left Nashville at 10:35 p.m. and landed in New Orleans at like 1:30 something, 1:30-ish. My flight got delayed 30 minutes. I think I was supposed to I say delayed. I was supposed to board my flight at 10 p.m. I ended up not boarding until 10:30 and then landed at like 1, closer to like 1:20, and that's pretty much the most exciting that it got, other than the fact of I'm not one to like prep for a flight. Like, I fly Southwest and most of the time, and like I just watch the like free Southwest movies that they have because they have like hundreds, and like you're using like the Southwest Wi-Fi, and your girl does not pay for Wi-Fi. Like, you cannot catch me paying $8 for Wi-Fi. No one needs to talk to me that bad. Also, no one is talking to me, so it doesn't matter. All I want to do is watch my free Southwest movie, okay? And so I put on Sweet Home Alabama. All right. Oh, such a good movie. I haven't seen it in years. Right as I'm getting to the good part, black screen, Wi-Fi out. Okay. I was like 45 minutes into the flight. Granted, the flight from Nashville to New Orleans isn't long, literally at all. And I was like, okay, I have like 30 minutes left of my flight. Actually, I can't do the math, so I have no idea how much time I have left on my flight. And I fully, because it was also like midnight, I fully just sat and stared out the window. It was also midnight. I couldn't see anything. So I literally just stared into the darkness for like, God, what felt like eons, but it was probably only like 30 minutes. And then landed, got my bag. Thank you, Southwest, for not losing it this time. I say that like it's been lost before, knock on wood, but thank you, Southwest, for not losing it. And got in my little Uber and then Ubered to my friend's house. And that's pretty much where Friday, or I keep saying Friday, it's pretty much when Thursday ends for me. Actually, it technically was Friday because it was 1 a.m. When Thursday/Friday ends for me. Okay, let's fast forward. I'm honk shoeing. Wake up, 7 a.m. All right, I'm ready to roll. Pause, because I didn't tell y'all even who I went to Mardi Gras with. So I went with my friend Anna, her 3 roommates, Caroline, Brooke, Emma, then their friend Jane, my friend. Like, they're all my friends that I've met through Anna. Jane, Kate, Ashton. Oh my God, am I forgetting anyone? No, I don't think so. No, I think that was the crew. Yeah, I'm pretty positive that was the crew. And so I had been, other than Anna, I was the first to arrive. So we honk shoe. And then at 8 a.m., Ashton arrives to New Orleans. Okay. So it's Friday. We're feeling good. We're waiting for the other girls to arrive. Y'all know me. I take 20,000 million years to get ready. So first things first, Maddy, start putting your makeup on while the girls arrive. Okay. So I'm beating that face. And then the girls arrive. Okay. We finish getting ready. Friday was our wig day. So I had like a full on theme. I wore basically all purple wig, purple shirt, purple pants, not purple boots, white boots, but still same, different, same. And then these super cool fuzzy sunglasses. And we just had ourselves a day until the day took a turn. Okay? But before it takes a turn, we're hitting up Bourbon Street, okay? We're walking all over town. I'm trying to actually think entirely what we did. Hold on, drink break. And then cough break. Okay. I'm trying to think. The one thing about Mardi Gras is it's kind of all a blur. So, we went to Bourbon Street and we pretty much just walked up and down Bourbon. We popped in and out of different bars, because it was a few girls' first time ever in New Orleans. And when you're with Anna Silverblatt, the one place you have to go to is Famous Store. So, we like waddled our way down Bourbon, popped in and out of different places, and then, of course, we made a pit stop into Famous Store, hung out there for a while, listened to the live music, listened to the band, had a few drinks, okay? And then, I'm sorry, if I'm on Bourbon Street, the one place I'm gonna go, Pato's. Mr. Pat O'Brien, okay? I want to see me some Pat. Okay? So, after a while we walked our happy little asses over to the good old Pat O'Brien's. Of course, it's a Mardi Gras weekend. Place packed. Sea of people, okay? So, we're elbowing our ways through. We're trying to get to a bar. All right, we're trying to see a drink. We're trying to have a drink in our hands. Oh my God. And then I ended up running into my college roommate, Hannah. Shout out Hannah. And she ended up hanging out with us for a little bit. That girl's a good time. But of course, you're at Pat O'Brien's, you have to get a hurricane. So we got a hurricane. We sat down, we ate some food. If you are ever in New Orleans, trust me when I tell you, you have to get jambalaya at Pato's. I don't know what it is, but it's so good. Honestly, for it being like bar food on Bourbon Street, the shit's pretty fire. And then of course we tried to get into the piano bar, the dueling piano bar, and then we couldn't, which does suck because like that is the best part about Pat O'Brien's. Okay, and then after Pato's, to be honest, life's a little blurry, but I know that we make it over. I know we make it back to Famous Store. And here. Oh, we went to Cat's Meow actually for like a few seconds, but we didn't stay very long. Anywho, that's not even important. Here is where day one took a turn. Okay? So we made it back to Famous Store, and I couldn't even tell you what time it was because we stayed there long into the wee morning hours. Okay, so we're there, we're throwing back drinks, we're listening to the live band. Kiss is there, not actually Kiss, but people dressed up like Kiss are there, okay? And they're getting on the stage, singing the same damn song over and over and over again, but we're eating that shit up, okay? Wigs are off at this point, except for mine, because I'm sorry, if I put on a wig, that bitch is staying on, alright? I'm not trying to have no wig hair. I ain't trying to take off my wig to no bald cap, no. My wig on never comes off, okay? But wigs are flying, alright? Wigs are on the floor, okay? And then Anna turns to me and says, we need to go pick someone up. So Anna and I go on our own adventure for a good, probably few hours, maybe 2 hours. And then by the time we step foot back into Famous Store, Ashton comes running by us, crying, saying that she lost her phone and wallet. Okay? So I'm on my hands and knees, flashlight on, searching for her phone, for her wallet, asking her what happened. Like, what do you think happened? Do you think you set it down? So an hour of that goes by. No phone, no wallet to be seen. So unfortunately, we have to drum it up to this girl has been pickpocketed. And if you know New Orleans, if you've ever been to New Orleans, this is nothing new. Unfortunately, it's nothing new, especially on Bourbon, especially past a certain time in the night, okay? It's bound to happen. Every single Mardi Gras I have ever been to in my entire life, someone has gotten their shit stolen, okay? Someone was robbed, pickpocketed. We like to refer to it as robbed because it's a traumatic experience, okay? But she's pickpocketed. All right, not much you can do. She ends up going to the police, filing a report, and all they do is hand her a piece of paper that literally explains and tells you how you can fly home without an ID. Okay, so she went home with Jane. Jane took her home, and they went to bed. It was Friday. It was already late at this point, and first day, shit went south. So the rest of us crew end up staying, which is never a good idea. Literally, ever. All right, but we're having the time of our lives. Drinks are being knocked back. We're dancing. Again, wigs flying all over the place, okay? And next thing I know, I get a tap on my shoulder. And at this point, it's late. All right, we're late night hours. I turn around to Emma, looking at me with the most shocked look on her face, saying basically, my phone just got taken. And I look at her and I'm like, that is not a funny joke. Ashton over here doesn't have a phone, doesn't have a wallet. This is no joking matter. I look at her, I go, that's not funny. Don't say that. And she goes, no, literally, my phone is gone. And so I'm like, no, there's no way. So I immediately just pull out my phone and I'm calling her phone. Which, granted, I literally couldn't hear a single thing in that bar. All right, but I'm calling. I'm looking at her location. It's saying that she's at the bar. I'm looking at her location, saying that she's at the bar. 30 minutes goes by. No, that phone is gone. All right? That phone is gone. And you know what was in her phone? Her wallet. Okay? ID, cards, everything gone. So by that point, we're just kind of like, shit, it's time to go. All right? We step foot outside. We'll take a look around about, looking at some of the people around us. And we're like, yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. Us little girls, gonna get stolen. No, so we end up getting a ride home at almost 3 a.m. And we just have to call it a night, okay? And obviously the girls that got pickpocketed, that got robbed, which, number one, hot girls get robbed. It is what it is. Sorry, Emma. Sorry, Ashton. But I end up having to have a pep talk with them. Unfortunately, it's 3 a.m. There's literally nothing we can do. It's a problem for tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's a problem for early in the morning. Like, let's wake up, let's handle this. We'll call, cancel everything. If they end up using your cards, like, that's totally fine. Dispute it, cancel it. Like, the banks understand, okay? Like, we're home safe. That's truly all that matters. Everything else, like, we will handle tomorrow. If we need to skip the parades and go to T-Mobile, go to AT&T, we can absolutely do that. Okay, so wake up. Everyone's canceling their shit, but it's 7 a.m., okay? We got home at like 3 a.m. 7 a.m., we got to start getting ready. You know, parades start today. So, you know, Emma and Ashton are handling their shit. I'm getting ready, and I'm wearing this fabulous hat. This is Saturday, so Saturday we are parading, okay? We are parading. And if you've never been to Mardi Gras, I mean, like, when I tell you it's just the best time ever, it's the best time ever. But, like, you go and you parade. Like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I mean, shit, Thursday through Tuesday you parade. But, no, it was so much fun on Saturday. My two best friends from Baton Rouge, Emily and Jana, came and met up, and we just had ourselves a day. I was truly bebopping around Napoleon, St. Charles, watching all of the parades, and just having the greatest time. Truly the greatest time. It was Tux and Demian, Iris. It seriously was a blast, but like I honestly don't remember watching more than 10 minutes of the parade. Because when I tell you I was bebopping around, I was bebopping around. I think that going back to Friday, I think we had like 25,000 steps. And then I think Saturday I had like almost 20,000 steps, just like literally walking up and down the streets. And then by the time that Tux was over, we ended up eating dinner at Superior Seafood. Oh my God, when I tell you, I have not had food that good in a long, long time. Oh my God, we had steak lettuce wraps. We had spin artichoke dip. And we had the best char grilled oysters literally ever. And I'm sorry, if char grilled oysters are an aphrodisiac, I mean, then call me 50 Shades of Grey. Because, god damn, I love me a good char grilled oyster. And, like, obviously I live in Nashville. Nashville is landlocked. Tennessee, landlocked. So, like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna try an oyster here. Like, I'm just not. I'm scared. I'm terrified. So, show me an ocean and give me a char grilled oyster. I cannot do like raw because that's literally just swallowing a booger. But then after we ate at Superior Seafood, then we ended up heading back into like downtown. Watched a good old 5 minutes of Endymion. And I'm sorry, this is my own personal opinion and thought. I don't really like Endymion that much. To those that don't know what Endymion is, it's basically like one of the bigger parades. It's actually like a huge parade. The parade ends in the Caesar Dome. So like obviously it's not the Mercedes Dome, but like in the dome where like freaking Taylor Swift performed, where the Saints play, and this year Katy Perry performed. But I just like, I'm sorry, as like a watcher, like it's not my parade. Like I really like Tux, I really like Toth, and I love Bacchus. Bacchus parade is like one of my favorite. And I really like Iris. But anywho, enough about the parades. And so after we watched a good 5 minutes of the parades, we decided that it would be a fantastic idea to, after we'd been drinking since 8 a.m. nonstop, and it's like 9 p.m., we thought it was a fantastic idea to go out. So we ended up going to Lucy's, which, again, if you go to New Orleans, you should go to Lucy's. And when I tell you, Like, I've been to Lucy's before, but, like, I haven't been that much. I'm not, like, a Lucy's goer. I also don't live in New Orleans. Um, I had no idea Lucy's was 2 stories. No idea. Okay, and then, sorry, I'm, like, literally talking like y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. But we ended up going to Lucy's for far too late and ended the night at Shake Shack and then a home sweet home and in bed at like 1:30 a.m. Okay, so mind you, after Friday staying out till 3 a.m. and then Saturday parading, drinking from 8 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. I was hurting. Okay, I was already hurting. And let's just say it didn't stop there. So the girls that got their phones unfortunately taken, they decided to leave Sunday at like they had to leave the house at like 3 a.m. So basically by the time like I was getting in and settled, and then by the time Anna got in and settled, they were leaving. So the next morning, Sunday morning, it was a pretty slow morning. We slept in for like the first time, and we got out to the parade routes, I think at like noon, 11:30 noon. And again, we just paraded all day long. Um, yeah, all day long. When I tell you, we had like one solid meal the entire trip. It was just like snacks, whatever you could get your grubby little hands on to eat. That's what we ate. Um, and then Sunday pretty much ended early. Okay, then Monday rolled around and we went to brunch at Muriel's, and holy shit, the best brunch ever. It was like a jazz brunch. It was fan freaking tastic. And then I hopped my ass on a plane and I flew home. So I literally just yapped. But seriously, if you ever find your chance, whoa, if you ever have a chance or like find yourself, like getting invited to New Orleans or like going to Mardi Gras, 100% go. But let me tell you, Mardi Gras at 21 versus Mardi Gras at 26, almost 27, it's a little different. Okay? I can't do it like I used to. I can't do it like I used to. I'm hurting. I'm still hurting. But oh my God, it is so much fun. Like, the one thing about like New Orleans is like if you're looking at the United States and you're talking about the United States, like if you want to go to a place with such like rich heritage and culture and just like love for where they come from, like New Orleans is your place. Like I think that every person should visit New Orleans at least once, obviously if not more. And I think that like Mardi Gras should be on everyone's bucket list to go to if they've never been. I got so lucky that I went to school in Louisiana, that I went to school at LSU because I had the opportunity to go for the entire time I was in college. And so, like, going back just like brought back so many great memories. And it truly is like something I feel like everyone should experience. Like, I love it. I love it. And two, the one thing about New Orleans is just like the people there are so resilient. It's insane. Like, talk about a community that can come together literally after the most devastating things happen to them year after year. And like, they're so welcoming, they're so inviting, and they love to have a good time. And like, they truly do look after their own and others. Like, it is a place seriously like no other. Like it's if you've never been, like I highly encourage you to go. And I'm looking at the clock and I have been yapping for so long. Um so I listened to Cassidy's episode, and of course I know that she touched on some pop culture topics. So I'm going to glaze right over those because my episode's getting a little too freaking long. But I do want to talk about Paige DeSorbo and Hannah Berner. I thought that they freaking killed it. I thought that they absolutely blew it out of the water. And it's been a couple days, and it appears that Hannah is getting some hate, which I just truly don't understand the hate, because I think that she's a great interviewer, and she's a comedian. Like, I think that's like what people don't understand is she's a comedian. But like, I thought they killed it. I thought they looked freaking fantastic. And I hope that they get to do something like this again in the future, because, like, holy shit, I would watch it. I'm so sad that I missed it. I was literally watching a parade during the time, and, like, I can't believe I missed it. But 10 out of 10, like, all of the clips that I've seen, they did fantastic. Another thing about the Oscars is I don't think I watched a single movie that won. And I feel like that happens year after year after year after year. And I'm just like, do I have like a shitty taste in movies? Because, like, why am I not seeing these Oscar award-winning movies? I saw Wicked, but, like, Wicked didn't win. Well, no, I know it won some stuff, but, like, it didn't win everything. It didn't sweep. A lot of people are also saying that they're really sad for Timothée Chalamet, that he didn't win an Oscar. But, like, his time's coming. It's not now. And, like, I know how much work he put into, like, his movie about Bob Dylan, but, like, his time is coming. Okay, he's obviously going to win he's obviously going to win a shit ton of Oscars, all right? So, like, it just isn't now. Right now, he has Kylie Jenner. And honestly, I feel like that's all he needs. If we give him Kylie Jenner and an Oscar, I think his head might get too big for his body. And, damn, not hitting at that speech, I actually really liked that speech. You know, he is on the path to be one of the greats. And, like, I get everyone's like, well, he's a man. If a woman were to say that, it'd be a different story. I don't care if a woman would say it either. Like, say it. If you want to be the great, you're gonna be the great. Like, you're manifesting that shit. What else? I mean, I could literally talk and talk and talk for 20 million hours, but, like, I just can't. Like, I probably need to end this here right now. So, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because it's literally 10:20. It's 10:20 p.m. I still have to edit this. Your girl needs to eat some spicy ramen, and I need to get this shit on the internet now. So, thank you guys so much for freaking listening. If you don't already, follow me on all of my platforms at Maddy Schweppe, MADDYSCHWEPPE. Make sure you follow my co-host too, Cassidy Ray, on every platform. And subscribe, like, subscribe, comment. And I kind of want to know how y'all liked these solo episodes. I don't plan on having any solo episodes in the future, because, like, this is so much more fun when I do it with Cassidy. But I could truly, obviously, just yap to a goddamn wall, which that's literally what I'm doing right now. But I love you guys so very much. Thank you so much for listening. Peace, love, Mardi Gras. See ya. Bye.